There's dog chauffeur services, private chefs for dogs, pawdicures for your dog where you can get your nails painted, or pops of color for their hair.
Tinkerbell the dog is a diva celebrity. She's very Kardashian, very sassy. Tinkerbell has a wardrobe larger than mine.
Particularly in the United States. Generally speaking, we are fortunate to have food on our tables and be able to take care of those basic needs. After that comes our emotional need, and that's where dogs fit in.
It's amazing to see the way people project characters onto their dogs. It actually makes me think about how we project onto people too, right?
Tinkerbell is the best thing that's ever happened to me. What have you booked, Tinkerbell? Ralph Lauren campaign. I know. Febreze, Swiffer, Chowsy and Gypsy. She has done Target. It's really hard to self-promote, but it's really easy to promote Tinkerbell. I think because she's so different and such a novelty. Tinkerbell came into my life when she was 9 months, and I adopted her at an animal shelter. And I just treat her as a person more than an animal. And I think that's why she's so successful too, is because she's not treated as an animal.
Sometimes it's problematic when we anthropomorphize to an extent where we're trying to treat them like we would want to treat a person, because humans and dogs do have different needs.
Dogs started being, famous and pampered and all that stuff back in probably the late 90s or so. That's when it really came to the forefront. I think Paris Hilton was one.
Our favorite thing to do is just hang out in the backyard. I built this really amazing doghouse for all my puppies.
People started to see, hey, my dog isn't just a dog. My dog is a member of my family, and so I want to treat them as such. Particularly in our cities across the country, there's a lot of people who are choosing to stay single and grow in their careers, and many of them choose to have dogs instead of kids.
Humanizing an animal makes them more appealing to their audiences, especially because why should they walk around naked? She's 5 pounds, Tinkerbell, she's always cold. There's so many aspects to treating a dog like a person so that they stay warm, they stay healthy, they stay happy, they stay comfortable. Her human aspect makes people love her.
I love you.
We are a 5-star dog hotel. We have everything from a gym called Pant, where dogs can get treadmill workouts. We have room service day and night for our dogs as well, so you really can get anything you could ever need for your dog.
As a dog owner or pet owner, you always go above and beyond for your dog.
People don't think twice if they are going to be spending a lot of money. They want their dogs to be happy. So it's like, you adjust your life to just make them happy,
For me, I don't have children, so he is like my children. There's a special bond that you have with your dog, doing those special things for one another. I think they appreciate it.
We call them our kids. So yeah, part of the family, definitely.
Does a dog need a 42-inch flat screen TV? No, they do not. But a parent knows that by having that TV running, it will keep the dog company and help the dog feel more at home, alleviate the dog's stress, alleviate the parent's stress. No worries from there.
I think you can tell a dog is happy when they have really loose body language, when they don't seem easily startled. You want to see loose ears and a waggy tail. Dogs that are tense and stiff are usually dogs that are not happy. Halloween is a time of year where people aren't respecting their dogs as dogs and are prone to treating their dogs as children. And very often they are displaying body language that's showing us that they're not comfortable.
With humans, we can talk with one another and we can understand one another. I can ask you a question, you can ask me a question. With dogs, we don't always know. And so I think sometimes we overdo it with them.
Where's my stick? Where's my stick? Where's my stick?
Dogs evolved to have jobs. Dogs evolved to do things, to problem solve, to find food, to kill things, to guard. I think dogs are bored because they just don't have enough to do. We give them everything they need in the world, and is that really, giving that dog the best possible life? In like the early half of the 1900s, B.F. Skinner did a lot of work showing how animals learn. He is the one who really codified what is now called operant conditioning. He taught pigeons to play ping pong, and he taught animals to do all kinds of amazing things. B.F. Skinner also wanted to help people understand how the science of behavior could help improve human lives too. But somehow in the last couple of decades, I think there's been a lot of static around trying to think about how dogs learn and how dogs behave. I think Cesar Millan, aka the dog whisperer, is to blame for some of that.
I am the dog whisperer. And that's why we, the human being, have to make sure we're calm, assertive, no matter what.
People started to train dogs in some sort of weird militaristic way, as if you say something in a certain tone of voice, it's going to change things. If Skinner showed nothing else, it was that you can teach a pigeon and a rat and a dog and a dolphin using the same exact methods.
I think as long as we maintain a perspective and allow our dogs to be dogs, I think it's an exciting industry to be in.
If anyone throws shade at Tinkerbell and I for what she wears and the amount of money that her clothing is worth, I just tell them that they just don't understand. If you have something and you care for it, why wouldn't you spend the money?
We put dogs into our homes. We force them to live in a human world, and the least that we can do is to give them good lives in that world. Making sure they get adequate exercise and they're not spending too much time alone, and that they're, they have ways that they can engage their brains and things that they can chew on. I want to give my dog a good life for a dog, not a good life for, a kid.